Have you ever walked past a penny on the ground and ignored it? What if I told you that tiny coin, especially a 2009 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, could be worth over $928,000 right now? Sounds insane, right? But it's 100% real, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how one ordinary penny from your pocket change could unlock an extraordinary fortune. Now, before you chuckle and say, it's just a penny, let me ask you something. What if that 1-cent coin could be the key to your retirement home, your dream vacation, or finally living debt-free? You don't want to miss this, because thousands of Americans are sitting on rare pennies without even knowing it. Some are quietly selling for 6 figures. Others, climbing into the millions. So grab a chair. This could be the most valuable 10 minutes you spend today. Let's rewind the clock to 2009. It was a historical year for coin collectors. To celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday, the U.S. Mint released a special series of Lincoln cents. Each one had a unique reverse design representing a different stage of Lincoln's life. But there's one in particular we need to talk about, the 2009 Presidency Lincoln Penny with no mint mark. This one features the Capitol Dome in Washington, D.C., still under construction, just like Lincoln's own presidency when he first took office. Now here's where things get juicy. Most people assume if it doesn't have a mint mark, it's not rare. But this is where they're wrong. In fact, no mint mark on the 2009 Presidency penny means it was minted in Philadelphia, and within this batch, a microscopic number of coins were struck with astonishing errors, doubling, or rare variations in the design that can skyrocket their value. Let's talk numbers. A pristine example of this penny, graded by experts and certified as a top-tier error coin, recently sold for $928,000 at a private auction. Yes, you heard that right. $928,000 for a penny. Now, before you run to your drawer or flip your couch cushions, stay with me, because finding the right coin is not about luck. It's about knowledge, and that's exactly what I'm giving you right now. Quick question. Have you ever told someone you collect coins and they responded with a weird look, like you just confessed you talk to squirrels? Well, after this video, you'll be the one, laughing all the way to the bank. So what makes this 2009 Lincoln penny so rare? Let's break it down. First, condition is everything. Coins graded MS-67 and above, those in mint state with sharp details and zero wear, are the ones fetching life-changing money. Second, look for doubling. That means certain letters or numbers like Liberty or 2009 appear to be stamped twice, slightly shifted. It's called a double die error, and collectors go wild for it. Third, color matters. Red pennies in perfect uncirculated condition are far more valuable than brown or even red-brown ones. Red signifies the coin hasn't been exposed to the elements and retains its original shine. And finally, rarity and demand. These error coins are ultra-rare. Even seasoned collectors may go their whole life without holding one. That's why serious buyers will pay a fortune the moment one surfaces. But here's the kicker. Many of these coins were never properly identified. They slipped into circulation unnoticed, meaning there's a real chance your pocket change is hiding one right now, and just when you think it couldn't get any better, I'm about to tell you the one thing most sellers miss, something that could mean the difference between a $20 sale and $1 million payday. Here it is, the one mistake 95% of people make when they find what looks like a rare penny. They sell it too soon. You see, collectors aren't just paying for a coin, they're paying for certified value. If you try to sell a coin without having it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC, you're leaving a fortune on the table. This isn't just a coin, it's an asset. And just like you wouldn't sell a house, without an appraisal, you shouldn't sell a rare penny without knowing its exact worth. Now here's where the urgency kicks in. The 2009 Lincoln Penny series is getting more and more attention. Awareness is rising. Collectors are aggressively searching. But as more of these coins are found and sold, prices will eventually stabilize. That means your window to cash in at the highest possible price is closing. You have a rare opportunity to turn a single coin into a six-figure or even seven-figure payday, but only if you act now. Don't let your fortune sit at the bottom of a jar, unrecognized, unclaimed, and unappreciated. Let me ask you, if you knew $1 million lottery ticket was hiding in your house, wouldn't you drop everything and start looking for it? Well, maybe it's not a lottery ticket. Maybe it's just a penny, a very special penny. Right now, someone out there is holding a 2009 Lincoln Presidency Penny with no mint mark, completely unaware it could change their life forever. Could that someone be you? Go check your collection. Look at your change jar. Search your drawers, your old piggy banks, even your glove compartment. And if you find this penny, don't just get excited. Get it graded, certified, and valued. You don't need to be a millionaire to become one. You just need the right coin. Yes, a coin you may have used to pay for coffee or forgotten at the bottom of your drawer could actually fund your dream home, pay off every debt, and even change your entire financial future. But here's the twist. Most people throw these coins away, unaware of the silent treasure in their hands. Don't be one of them. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes we'll dive deep into how this one seemingly ordinary penny is shocking collectors across the country, and why its value is exploding in the coin world. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, because someone out there will find the next $1 million penny. Let's rewind the clock. The year is 2001. The world is on the edge of a new century. Technology is booming, and millions of Lincoln pennies are rolling off the presses. Most of them common, but a very tiny number. Something was off, something rare. Some 2001 Lincoln pennies came without a mint mark. That means they were struck in Philadelphia, but the identifying letter was mysteriously missing. Now here's what makes this coin so valuable. Numismatists, those are coin experts, believe these error coins were part of an extremely limited batch. In fact, only a handful are confirmed to exist in pristine condition. Think of it this way. If a normal penny is like a printed flyer, this one is like a rare painting mistakenly signed by Picasso. Once. Collectors go wild for these types of errors, and the market reacts accordingly. Earlier this year, a 2001 no mint mark Lincoln penny in near-perfect condition sold for an astonishing $925,000 at a private auction. Let that sink in. 1 cent turned into nearly $1 million. Now you might be asking, how can I tell if my 2001 penny is worth that kind of money? Hold on to that thought. We're getting there. But first, let me ask you something odd. Have you ever accidentally washed your jeans with coins in the pocket and thought, well, there goes a few cents? You might have destroyed a retirement plan without even knowing. Imagine calling your financial advisor and saying, I just made $1 million by finding a penny in my old sock drawer. Now that's the kind of retirement plan I want to be part of. So how can a coin like this exist in the first place? The answer lies in the minting process. Coins are struck with dies, metal pieces that carry the image of Lincoln and the lettering. Sometimes, those dies are either overused, misaligned, or manufactured without the correct mint mark. In the case of the 2001 no mint mark penny, experts believe the die was either mistakenly made or improperly installed. But here's the crucial part. Condition matters. For your penny to even come close to 6 or 7 figures, it needs to be in mint state condition, meaning no scratches, no wear, sharp edges, and a glossy, untouched surface. We're talking about MS-67 or higher on the Sheldon grading scale. That's like having a vintage car from 1965 that's never seen a raindrop. So right now, you might be reaching for your change jar, your junk drawer, or that old shoebox in the attic, and you should. Because stories keep surfacing. People who had no idea they were holding a rare coin until they saw a video like this one and finally decided to check. One man found a rare penny while moving out of his childhood home. He had it checked, graded, and it sold for over $500,000. He said it felt like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. Now ask yourself, could that be you? Could you be holding on to a coin that everyone else overlooked? The market is hot. Collectors are scrambling to find this exact coin, and as more people discover its rarity, the value only climbs higher. Look for one with no mint mark, typically, under the date. If it looks shiny, scratch-free, and untouched, do not clean it. Cleaning can ruin the value. Use a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can unlock the coin's full market potential. And here's the most important part. Don't let doubt stop you. Too many people assume they don't have anything valuable and walk away from fortune. This penny proves that what seems small can actually be the key to living a life of wealth and freedom. Your path to financial breakthrough might not be through the stock market or real estate. It might just be sitting quietly in a drawer, waiting for you to recognize its value. So before you spend another penny, check it, because one of you watching this video is going to find it. Will it be you, or will someone else take the chance you ignored? Yes, you heard that right. A simple 2002 Abraham Lincoln penny with a tiny D mint mark from Denver, recently valued at a jaw-dropping $922,000 in a private sale. Now let me ask you this. Is it in your pocket, your old drawer, your childhood coin, jar? Because if it is, and you let it go without knowing what to look for, you could be giving up a fortune for 1 cent. Crazy, right? And yet, it's happening across America, every single day. In this video, you'll learn what makes this ordinary-looking penny so extraordinarily rare, the story behind its shocking value, and how to tell if the one you have could fund your dream home, a luxury car, or even early retirement. But before we begin, let me just say this. If you think pennies are worthless, this video will completely flip that belief upside down. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal the exact features that make this coin worth hundreds of thousands, and why one minor mistake could cost you everything. Let's begin. To understand why the 2002 D penny is so valuable, we have to zoom out for a moment. 2002 was not a special year in terms of design. It featured the same Lincoln Memorial reverse we'd seen since 1959. So what makes this one so special? It's not about the year. It's not about the design. It's all about the error. Yes, error coins. The most unintentional and unexpected jackpot you could ever stumble upon. Now here's the twist. This 2002 D penny became a sensation in the collector's world because of a dramatic minting error combined with exceptional condition. We're talking about coins that show double-die obverse errors, off-center strikes, and extreme planché, flaws, yet still maintain an almost uncirculated or mint-state grade. One particular specimen, discovered in pristine condition with a double-die obverse, recently fetched $922,000 at auction. Let that sink in. Something the U.S. Mint saw as a mistake, turned into someone else's miracle. But what should you look for? Here's where it gets serious. If your 2002 D penny has these traits, you could be sitting on a gold mine, a visible doubling of Lincoln's face, especially around the eyes, lips, or chin-strong doubling of the date or the word liberty off-center strikes of more than 10%, planché cracks or cuds that look like raised blobs on the coin's surface, an unusually sharp or reflective finish, graded MS-67 or higher still. Think it's just pocket change? Think again. Collectors, dealers, and high-end investors are hunting these down like treasure, and they're willing to pay a fortune. Now you might be thinking, all right, this sounds exciting, but what if my penny isn't in perfect condition? Don't worry. Even lower-grade error coins from 2002 with the right features can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars, and that's still life-changing for a 1-cent coin. Let me pause for a second and ask a weird question. When was the last time you looked closely at a penny? Be honest. Most people don't even pick them up off the ground anymore. But now, I bet you're thinking twice before ignoring that shiny copper disc. Back to the story. So here's what you need to do. Urgently. Go find your 2002 D Lincoln pennies. Check your coin jars, wallets, car cup holders, and yes, even your laundry machines. Anywhere a stray penny could be hiding. Use a magnifier if you have one. Look for doubling, errors, or striking oddities. If anything looks unusual, don't rush to spend or clean. Instead, get it graded. PCGS and NGC are the top authorities. A certified coin stands a much better chance at fetching top-dollar bids from serious collectors. Now, here's a cliffhanger for you. There are rumors in the numismatic community that another 2002 D Lincoln penny with a completely different and rarer error is still out there. Never found, never sold. If someone finds it, experts estimate it could surpass the $922,000 sale and possibly hit the $1 million mark. Will it be you who finds it? Will you be the one who turns 1 cent into generational wealth, or will someone else grab the glory because they simply checked their change while you ignored yours? Parti M514-2025. This is not just about a coin, it's about opportunity. It's about taking action when others hesitate, and it's about realizing that sometimes the smallest things hold the greatest value. If you've ever dreamed of a better life, of escaping the paycheck-to-paycheck grind, or building something meaningful for your family, start by checking your change, because your million-dollar moment might be waiting in the palm of your hand. Did you ever think a single penny could change your life? Not a rare gold coin or a silver dollar from the 1800s, but a plain-looking 2005 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. What if I told you this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to $919,000? Yes, you heard that right. This is not a fairy tale or a collector's fantasy. This is the story of how a coin minted just 2 decades ago could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. So before you toss that change jar or ignore the coins at the bottom of your drawer, listen closely. Because you might already own a fortune and not even know it. But be warned, the window of opportunity is closing fast. And once it's gone, there's no turning back. Let's uncover the truth behind the 2005 no Mintmark Lincoln penny. You'll want to stick with me to the end, because I'm going to reveal exactly what to look for, where to sell it, and how to avoid losing thousands of dollars by mistake. At first glance, the 2005 Lincoln penny seems forgettable. It features the same design we've seen for decades: Abraham Lincoln facing right, the word liberty, and the date. But something is different, something that only sharp-eyed collectors and savvy sellers have caught on to. This version has no mint mark. Typically, pennies minted in Philadelphia carry no mint mark, and most are worthless beyond face value. But a rare handful of 2005 Lincoln cents struck with extraordinary errors or made on experimental planchets have shaken the numismatic world. We're talking about coins that were struck off-center, have doubled dies, feature bizarre metal compositions, or even came from defective dies resulting in missing details. These aren't printing accidents, they're opportunities. A 2005 no mint mark penny recently stunned collectors when it sold for a jaw-dropping $919,000 at auction. The coin had a combination of a rare die clash, perfect preservation, and flawless luster. Suddenly, what used to be just a penny became a millionaire's trophy. And here's the exciting part: you don't need to be a collector or historian to find one. These coins are still out there, in circulation, hiding in old jars, dresser drawers, and forgotten coin rolls. Now let me ask you a question. When was the last time you checked your spare change? Really looked at it? Because every day, someone unknowingly spends a fortune at a gas station or grocery store, handing away a coin that could have changed their life. Don't be that person. Pattern interrupt, humorous aside. Imagine walking into a coin shop, handing them your 2005 penny, and the dealer gasps like he's just seen a ghost. That's when you know You're not walking out with pocket change. You're walking out with power. And no, unfortunately, rubbing the penny 3 times doesn't summon a genie, but it might summon 6 figures to your bank account. Now let's get serious. What exactly makes a 2005 no Mintmark penny worth nearly $1 million? Error types, double dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks are key. These flaws increase value exponentially. Condition: coins graded MS67 and above, which means mint state with no visible wear, are where the big money lies. These are coins that look untouched, even under magnification. Unusual metal tones or planchets. Some of these pennies were struck on foreign or transitional blanks, causing a lighter or darker tone than usual. If your 2005 penny feels different or looks slightly off, don't ignore it. Lack of Mintmark Plus premium strike quality. Most no Mintmark coins aren't valuable, but this specific year, combined with a unique error and exceptional preservation, makes it a lightning-in-a-bottle scenario. Now here's a cliffhanger. In a moment, I'll reveal the exact strategy people are using to uncover these coins without spending a dime on new collections. But first, emotional trigger. Fear and urgency. Every year that passes, more rare pennies disappear. They're being bought up by collectors, stashed away in vaults, or lost to time. The longer you wait, the harder they are to find, and the fewer chances you'll have to cash in. The truth is, most people won't act. They'll hear this story, get excited, and go back to scrolling social media. But a select few, the ones who know the value of timing and bold action, will take the next step. They'll dig through drawers, visit coin shops, check every 2005 penny they see. Which kind of person are you? Let me break down what you need to do right now to check your 2005 pennies the smart way. Start with your own coins. Search through every penny you've got. Pocket change, piggy banks, old coin rolls. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect for errors. Look at Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the rim. If something looks doubled or slightly off, set that coin aside. Compare against auction records from platforms like Heritage Auctions and PCGS. You can find photos of known high-value coins to match what you have. Avoid cleaning your coin. This is crucial. Cleaning it can destroy thousands of dollars in value instantly. Get a professional appraisal. Use grading services like NGC or PCGS. They'll give you an official grade and value that buyers respect. Reach out to a reputable auction house if your coin matches the $1 million characteristics. They'll help you get the best price without being scammed. What if your 2005 penny is the one everyone's been searching for? What if you're sitting on nearly $1 million without knowing it? This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity, timing, and the kind of life you want to live. Are you going to keep letting treasure slip through your fingers? Or are you going to start seeing every penny as a potential breakthrough? The next time you hold a coin in your hand, remember this. Some fortunes come not from effort, but from awareness. So go check your coins, because if you're lucky, that penny could be worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement plan. Sounds impossible, right? But here's the truth. A 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark was recently valued at $914,000 in a private collector's market. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, almost $1 million. Now take a deep breath. Look around your home and ask yourself, could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Today, we're diving deep into this mysterious 2008 penny, how to spot it, why it's so valuable, and what could make yours worth a life-changing sum. If you've ever dreamed of turning pocket change into prosperity, this might be your moment. And by the way, if you think all pennies are worthless, this video is about to change your life. Let's go back to 2008. America was in the grip of a financial crisis. The economy was shaking, banks were collapsing, but in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, something small yet powerful was quietly circulating. the U.S. Mint released the final year of Lincoln Memorial pennies before transitioning to the 2009 Bicentennial series. But buried within the billions of coins minted that year was a rarity so unusual it sent shockwaves through collectors and investors alike. We're talking about the 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, found in exceptional condition and believed to have die errors, and doubling that made it a true unicorn in the coin world. Now here's where it gets intense. Most 2008 pennies are worth face value, just 1 cent. But a rare variety with specific features, a smooth surface, strong strike, and no visible mint mark, combined with certain errors, has been auctioned and privately sold for up to $14,000. Yes, you can buy a house, a supercar, or retire comfortably with the value of that one coin. And here's the scary part. You could have one in your house right now and never even know it. But what makes this penny different? What gives it so much value? And how can you know if the one in your hand is a jackpot? Hang tight, because we're about to break it all down. To even be considered valuable, the coin must be in near-perfect condition, typically graded as MS68 or higher. That's mint state, and it means no scratches, no dullness, and no visible wear. If your coin has been in circulation, it's less likely to fetch a high value, but not impossible. Now, the mint mark. Most pennies from Philadelphia bear no mint mark, but the 2008 version without it becomes valuable only when paired with certain die errors, misalignments, or doubling, especially around Lincoln's eyes, the word liberty, and the date. So, here's a quick mental checklist. Ask yourself, is my 2008 penny uncirculated or in flawless shape? Does it lack a mint mark below the date? Can I spot any doubling or unusual striking? And here's a twist. Some of the most valuable 2008 pennies were misidentified at first, just thrown in jars and forgotten. One man found his in a pile of coins he was about to cash in at a gas station. The sale? Close to $1 million. Talk about a lucky mistake. Come on. A penny worth more than a Porsche? Yes. And no offense to Porsches, but they depreciate. Rare coins appreciate. They gain value over time, becoming more sought after by collectors who pay not just for the metal, but for the story, the rarity, and the prestige. So ask yourself, would you rather have one more penny in your pocket or a check big enough to wipe out debt and set your family up for life? First, grab a magnifying glass. Seriously, check your 2008 pennies for mint marks, or the absence of one. Look for unusual features. If something seems off, that might just be your golden clue. Second, don't clean the coin. You heard me right. Never clean a coin. Cleaning can destroy its numismatic value. Instead, place it in a soft pouch or coin holder and get it professionally appraised by a certified grading service like PCGS or NGC. And third, don't wait. These coins are gaining attention. Collectors are watching auctions. Prices are rising. What's worth $900,000 today might cross the $1 million mark next year. This is where excitement meets urgency. Because every day that penny sits unnoticed in a drawer, it's just another coin. But in the hands of the right collector, it's a ticket to financial freedom. Every wealthy collector started with a single coin. Every $1 million story began with someone asking, could this be worth something? You don't need luck. You need awareness. So before you toss another penny aside, stop. Look, imagine, that little coin might just change your life. This is not just about money. It's about legacy, about turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. Your future might already be in your hands. Are you ready to cash it? This isn't a fairy tale. It's not a clickbait headline. It's a wake-up call. Somewhere in America, someone unknowingly spent a fortune at the gas station. Will that someone be you next? Stay with me, because in this video, we'll dive deep into the astonishing story of the 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, uncover what makes it worth a king's ransom, and show you how to tell if you own one. By the end of this video, you'll either be on your knees digging through your coin jar or pacing your living room wondering what else you've missed. Let's rewind. In 2014, the United States Mint released hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. Most had no special features. Most were worth, well, a cent. But a small handful slipped through the cracks. One in particular broke all expectations. This penny had no mint mark, yet it was struck with an unusually high level of detail, brilliant luster, and a pristine surface. Coin experts began to whisper, "This wasn't your average cent. This act was a mint error, and potentially a one-of-a-kind strike." What started as curiosity quickly turned into obsession within the numismatic community, and then it happened. A rare 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, in nearly perfect condition, sold at auction for $901,000. Pause for a second and let that sink in. That's more than the average home price in many parts of the country. For a penny. Now you might be thinking, why is this coin so special? What made it leap from pocket change to nearly $1 million? Let's break it down. First, the absence of a mint mark. Most 2014 pennies were struck in Philadelphia, and those usually come with no mint mark. So what's the big deal? Here's the twist. The real value comes not just from the missing mark, but from an extremely rare die variety that resulted in a unique strike. Second, the condition. This specific coin was graded as nearly flawless, known in the coin world as MS-69. The surfaces were mirror-like. The relief was razor-sharp. It was the kind of error and perfection combination that just doesn't happen, unless fate decides to play a lucky hand. Third, timing. The coin surfaced during a wave of investor interest in modern coin rarities. Bidders were hungry. Collectors were desperate. The result? A penny that exploded in value like a firecracker on the 4th of July. Now let me interrupt for a second. Isn't it wild how something we usually ignore, a dirty little coin at the bottom of a glove box, can hold the power to erase debt, pay off a house, or fund early retirement? Funny how the smallest things often carry the biggest value. But here's where it gets serious. What if you've already spent a valuable coin like this? What if you had it in your hand and gave it away for a pack of gum? That's the fear many collectors live with. It's also the urgency that drives them to check every coin they touch, because no one wants to be the person who accidentally gave away a six-figure fortune. So how can you check if your 2014 Lincoln penny is the real deal? Here's what to look for. Start with the mint mark, or lack of one. Flip your penny and look closely beneath the date. If it has no mint mark, don't get too excited yet. Most 2014 pennies were struck in Philadelphia, and those usually have no mark. But remember, the true value lies in errors, die variations, and condition. Inspect the coin under bright light. Does the surface shine like glass? Are the edges clean and sharp? Is there anything unusual about Lincoln's profile, the lettering, or the rim? This is where you may need help from a professional coin grading service. If your coin appears uncirculated or has strange features, send it in. For a few bucks, you might uncover a hidden treasure. Now let's step into the bigger picture. Why does this matter? Because every rare coin story is really a wealth story in disguise. You're not just looking for pennies. You're looking for a future. Maybe you've dreamed of retiring early, helping your kids buy a home, traveling the world, donating to causes you care about, living life on your terms. Well, sometimes life gives you a sign, and sometimes it gives you a penny. This 2014 Lincoln penny reminds us of something powerful. Wealth doesn't always come in big packages. Sometimes it's right under our noses. But only those who are paying attention will catch it. So here's the cliffhanger you didn't expect. There are still uncirculated 2014 Lincoln pennies with rare features out there, in circulation, in coin jars, in drawers. One of them could be yours. But time is ticking. As more are discovered, the rarity and the price will shift. So what will you do? Will you take action? Will you hunt, search, and look closely? Or will you let the opportunity pass, hoping you'll get lucky. Some other day because remember, old wealth rarely knocks twice, and sometimes it rings once and jingles like a penny. This isn't a myth. This is happening, right now, and most people don't even know it. In this video, we're diving into a true story, a tale of missed opportunities, unexpected wealth, and a single coin that changed lives. So, before you toss your spare change or walk past that old coin jar, stay with me. Because what you're about to discover could be the turning point in your journey to a wealthier future. Let's go back to 2016. It was just another year for most Americans. But inside the U.S. Mint in Denver, something rare and unintentional happened. Thousands of Lincoln pennies were struck, but among them, a microscopic number had something different. A minute die error, barely visible to the naked eye, but significant enough to send shockwaves through the numismatic world. And here's where it gets exciting. A coin collector, casually sifting through a batch of 2016 pennies, noticed something odd. The letter D, representing the Denver Mint, looked slightly off. He took a closer look, had it authenticated, and within weeks, the penny was estimated at over $900,000. Let that sink in. A coin worth 1 cent in face value, now worth more than most luxury homes. Makes you wonder, how many others passed this penny up without a second glance? Now I know what you're thinking. A penny worth $1 million? Did I accidentally walk into a sci-fi movie? No, you're still here. And that change in your car's cup holder might just be your retirement plan. Most people never consider their spare change as anything more than pocket weight. But here's the reality. Modern coins, especially pennies, are now a gold mine for collectors. The 2016 Lincoln D penny is particularly valuable for one reason: rarity through error. This coin features a die clash and double die obverse, meaning the image of Lincoln's profile is slightly misaligned or doubled due to a striking error. These types of minting flaws are incredibly rare, and collectors pay astronomical prices to own them. Now imagine this. You have 20 pennies sitting in a drawer. One of them could be a rare 2016 D mint error. Would you still ignore them? Because right now, someone out there is holding a penny they think is worthless, when it's actually worth nearly $1 million. And if that doesn't give you chills, think of this. These rare coins don't announce themselves. They hide in plain sight, unnoticed by 99% of the population. Coming up, I'll reveal the specific signs that your 2016 penny might be the jackpot version. And trust me, these details are crucial. Miss one, and you could lose out on a fortune. Check the Mintmark look for a clean and clear D just under the year. But more importantly, observe any abnormalities. Is the D slightly tilted? Is it thicker than usual? Inspect for doubling. Using a magnifying glass or macro lens on your phone, examine Lincoln's eye, nose, and jawline. If you see slight doubling in those areas, you may have a double die penny. Die clash. Marks. These look like ghost-like outlines, or extra lines in the background of the coin. They're hard to spot but highly valuable. Condition coins in near-perfect condition, called mint state, often fetch the highest prices. But even circulated coins with errors have sold for 6 figures. Now, here's the kicker. Many of these coins are still being found today, even in circulation. Estate sales, bank rolls, flea markets, even change from the grocery store. So what should you do if you think you've found one? First, do not clean the coin. That could destroy its value. Second, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. And third, consult a reputable coin dealer or auction house. The right connections could turn your penny into a life-changing windfall. Someone will find another 2016 D Lincoln penny worth close to $1 million this year. It might be a retiree going through old boxes. It might be a young collector flipping rolls from the bank. Or it might be you, but only if you check. Only if you take action, because the clock is ticking. Rare coins aren't being made anymore. Every day that passes, one more slips away, lost forever in forgotten change jars or coin-counting machines. So before you leave this video, do one thing. Go, check your coins. Right now. Because while others are chasing dreams, you could be holding one, right in your palm. And if you want more hidden coin treasures revealed every week, make sure to subscribe. Your next million could be just 1 penny away. But what if I told you there's a common-looking penny minted just a few years ago in 2017 that's currently worth over $907,000? Yes. A single 1-cent coin, quietly lying in drawers, wallets, or forgotten piggy banks across America, could be the key to a life-changing discovery. Let me ask you something. What would you do if you suddenly found out one of your coins could buy you a house or pay off all your debts? Well, keep watching, because this is not just another coin. This is the 2017 Abraham Lincoln penny with the P Mintmark, and it's making headlines for all the right reasons. But why this penny? Why 2017? Why the P Mintmark? Get ready, because we're diving deep into one of the most shocking and exciting stories in modern coin collecting. And you'll want to stick around until the end, because the difference between a common penny and a millionaire's penny could come down to just one overlooked detail. Let's set the stage. The year is 2017. The United States Mint quietly introduces something unprecedented, something that hadn't happened in over 225 years of coin-making history. For the first time ever, they added a P Mintmark on the Lincoln penny. It was subtle, almost invisible to the average person, but to coin collectors and numismatists, it was a shockwave. Why? Because the Philadelphia Mint had never placed its mark on a penny before. Every Lincoln cent since 1909 had either no mint mark or used the familiar D for Denver or S for San Francisco. The P was reserved for nickels, dimes, quarters, but never the humble penny. So when it appeared in 2017, it became instantly historic. And here's where the story gets even more intriguing. Out of the billions minted that year, only a tiny number of these 2017 P Lincoln pennies came out with rare die errors and striking anomalies, errors so subtle yet so powerful they've sent collectors into bidding wars. One of these coins recently sold for a staggering $907,000, yes, nearly $1 million, for a coin that might still be sitting in someone's kitchen drawer. Now, before you run to shake your couch cushions, take a deep breath, because knowing which penny is valuable takes more than wishful thinking. There are key signs, hidden clues, and minute imperfections that can make or break your fortune. Let's talk about those. First, flip the coin. If you spot the letter P just under the date 2017, that's the starting point. But don't stop there. Next, you want to look closely, very closely, for doubling. This is called a doubled die error. On some rare 2017 P Lincoln pennies, parts of the design, like Lincoln's eye, the lettering, or the date, appear slightly shadowed or doubled. Not smudged, not dirty, but doubled. That's one of the gold mines. Another clue is misalignment. If the design is off-center, especially near the edges, it could indicate a minting error. And then there's the holy grail, the die break or cud error. This is when part of the metal seems to bubble or raise unnaturally, usually on the rim or near Lincoln's face. It happens when the die that strikes the coin is damaged. Collectors are obsessed with these errors because they prove that your coin is a true one-of-a-kind. But here's the catch. Most people wouldn't notice these errors unless they knew what to look for, and even fewer would bother to get them appraised. That's where opportunities are lost, and dreams are delayed. But here's the twist that very few people are talking about. There's another detail that might make your coin even more valuable, and it has nothing to do with the coin itself. It's you, the owner. Collectors aren't just buying coins, they're buying stories. A well-preserved coin with a verified backstory, clean photos, and a certified appraisal from a trusted grading service can multiply in value almost overnight. If you find one of these rare 2017 P. Lincoln pennies and handle it right, you're not just holding on to copper and zinc, you're holding a passport to financial freedom. And that's no exaggeration. We're talking about paying off mortgages, clearing medical bills, helping your kids through college, all with a coin that cost you 1 cent. But remember, time is not on your side. These coins are being discovered every day. As more hit the market, their rarity will decrease, and so will their prices. You don't want to be the person who hears about the $907,000 penny after you already spent it on a pack of gum. So here's what you need to do next. Go through your change. Pull out every 2017 Lincoln penny. Look for the P Mintmark. Examine them under good light. And if you even think you see something unusual, get it checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Don't guess. Don't delay. Don't dismiss it. Because the cost of ignoring this could be a $1 million mistake. Or, as I like to say, that gum might have been delicious. But was it worth a house? You don't need a lottery ticket. You don't need a massive inheritance. Sometimes all it takes is a little knowledge, a bit of luck, and the courage to take the first step. Because the journey to wealth isn't always paved in gold. Sometimes it's stamped in copper and dated 2017. Subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and share this video with someone who might unknowingly be sitting on a fortune. Your wealth could already be in your hands. You just have to recognize it. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent coin minted just a few years ago could make you richer than most lottery winners. The question is, do you have one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this penny so rare, how to identify it, and the hidden traits that could transform your spare change into a 6- or even 7-figure fortune. And trust me, you do not want to walk past this coin again without taking a second look. Let's rewind the clock to the year 2020. While most people were focused on global chaos, the U.S. Mint quietly released billions of Lincoln pennies. Among them, the Denver Mint produced coins with a D mark just below the year. At first glance, nothing seemed unusual. Same copper-plated zinc, same profile of President Lincoln. But a handful were unlike any others. Collectors began to notice something. Certain 2020 D pennies had striking errors, extremely rare misstrikes, double dies, and in some cases near-perfect preserved condition straight out of the roll. Suddenly, numismatists realized this was no ordinary coin. By 2023, whispers turned into headlines. One of these coins sold in a private sale for an eye-popping $900,000. That's more than most people's retirement accounts. For a penny, minted less than 5 years ago. And here's the twist. That coin didn't come from a museum or a wealthy collector. It came from someone just like you. A regular person who happened to check their change and knew what to look for. Could your coin be next? Pattern interrupt. 5. Now, before you rush to dump your penny jar on the kitchen table, let me ask, when was the last time you looked closely at a penny? Like really looked at it? And no, squinting at it before you use it to scratch a lottery ticket doesn't count. So what makes the 2020 D Lincoln penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? First, mint errors. We're talking dramatic double dies where Lincoln's eye, ear, or inscriptions appear twice, or off-center strikes where the design is shifted even by a few millimeters. These are like printing mistakes on dollar bills. Collectors go wild for them. Second, condition. A regular 2020 D penny in circulation may be a cent, but a flawless one graded MS-68 or higher by PCGS or NGC. That's the kind that fetches life-changing money at auctions. Less than a dozen exist in such pristine condition, making them ultra-rare. Third, die varieties. Some coins have subtle differences in their die design. These might look ordinary to the naked eye, but under magnification, experts can spot the tiny irregularities that separate a $1 coin from a $100,000 one. Think of it like baseball cards. A slight print error on a rookie card can make it 100 times more valuable. But here's the part most people miss, and it could cost you a fortune. Many 2020 pennies that look perfectly normal on the outside are hiding their true value in the tiniest of details. And unless you know where to look, you might accidentally spend a small fortune on a candy bar. So what exactly should you look for before selling or tossing that penny aside? Let me walk you through a quick checklist. Number 1, look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass. Check. Lincoln's ear, eye, and the words, "In God we trust." Doubling means the die struck the coin twice, and these are highly prized by collectors. Number 2, check the Mintmark. A strong, clear D means Denver Mint. But even better, if the D is slightly tilted or doubled, you could be holding a major error coin. Number 3, surface quality. No scratches, no fingerprints, no wear on Lincoln's cheek. If it looks fresh out of a roll, you may have something exceptional. And number 4, have it graded. If you think your coin might be valuable, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS. Yes, it costs a bit, but when the difference is between $1 and $900,000, it's worth every penny. And here's the thing. These coins are disappearing fast. Collectors are buying them up. Everyday people are cashing in. The question is, will you be one of them? Or will someone else find the treasure hiding in your pocket? Because right now, there could be a $900,000 coin sitting quietly in your kitchen drawer. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Take 10 minutes today. Search your coins. Look for the 2020 Lincoln penny. You might just change your life with 1 cent. If you found this video valuable, subscribe for more rare coin insights. Drop a comment if you found any unusual pennies lately. We might feature your story next. And remember, you don't need to be rich to become wealthy. Sometimes, you just need the right penny. Stay curious, stay bold, and keep digging. Your fortune might be 1 coin away.